Hello everyone, Al-1701 with a bit of an update. First and foremost, this is the first video I am making on my new laptop. Yeah, just after I finished the follow-up to my My Little Pony reviews, my laptop went all screw-hodgy. I think what happened was my registry fixer tried to fix something that it shouldn't, and it screwed up my Windows. Anyway, it's a really complicated thing, and now I've got a new laptop, so there you go. I have gotten a lot of requests during the later stages of my pony reviews, and since then, I have had people ask me to review Tales. I've had people ask me to review Equestria Girls, and most recently, I've had people ask me to review the season 4 finale. I suppose I can get to those in due time. Admittedly, Tales is going to be a much different review series than what I did for the original series, because I'm not as big of a fan of Tales, obviously. Or maybe not obviously, but yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of Tales. Not as big of a fan of the 90s, really. But anyway, as for Equestria Girls, that is going to be a hard movie to review the way I do, because it's like it was built to resist the kind of reviewing I do, just in its structure and that sort of thing. I don't know, I guess if I go to review it, you might be able to tell what I mean. And then for the finale, I really liked that finale. I thought that it was one of the best stories of Friendship is Magic. Maybe being beaten out by a candlelight wedding just a smidge. I like Tirek for what he was, but I've come to the conclusion he is not the Tirek we have come to know and love from Rescue of Midnight Castle. Ironically, his shtick was more in line with Erebus, the cloud guy who ate people's shadows. And admittedly, just by going with people who have had recent work with Hasbro Studios, I would have chosen someone other than Mark Akeson to voice Tirek. I would have gone with Stephen Blum or Tony Todd or Jeffrey Combs or Clancy Brown. Oh man, Clancy Brown would have been an awesome Tirek, but hey, I'm not a casting director for Hasbro, so what do I know? Another reason I'm making this video is I just recently finished the main story to Pokemon X and Y. Yeah, leave it to me, it takes 6 months to complete a Pokemon game. And I really liked it. I thought that Generation 5 was a bit of a lost generation. Didn't like the music, didn't like the Pokemon, really did not like the evil team. But X and Y makes up for all of that. It's really great story. The new Pokemon are kind of all over the place, as far as I'm concerned. And I've even warmed up to a few of the species from Gen 5 since I've been able to play this, and I really loved the story. It was a really great story. It was the step up we needed from Team Galactic in Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, I really liked it. I'm also really looking forward to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire are my favorite game pair, and I'm really glad that they're coming back finally. And I really want to see what Nintendo does with it. And on that note, I have come to the realization that I have the grand total of one friend on my 3DS, and he doesn't play Pokemon. And actually, a lot of my friends who live around here don't play with Pokemon. And when I got my 3DS, I was not really active in the Pokemon fandom, so I did not put my friend code out there. So I'm doing it now so that, admittedly, I can take advantage of the Friend Safari and some other stuff. But also, since we're getting Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which would frankly be Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire, but I'm not the people naming stuff in Nintendo. I want to put my friend code out there for anyone who, well, wants to add a friend. I mean, if you're playing Pokemon, if you want another Friend Safari, if you want O Powers, I got O Powers. And obviously, once the new games come out, having more friends is always nice. So my friend code, which is also showing up on the screen, is 0130-2037-5404. I might be putting my friend code on other sites that I frequent, so maybe people will be able to get there. But I just want to put this out there for my subscribers and anyone happens to run across this video. That that's my friend code, and if you want to add me as a friend, you're entitled to it. And also, I really hope that those of you who followed my My Little Pony series really liked it. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next. I really don't. I might do a little more in-depth analysis on the finale first. I think that's something that would be fairly simple to do. Because I really want to talk about Tirek versus Tirek and other stuff, like the big, huge fight between Tirek and Twilight. Obviously, the entire episode was built just to do that. And it was really awesome. I mean, that's got to be the best piece of Flash animation I have ever seen. Yeah, it was just awesome. And although, like I said, Tirek doesn't quite measure up to T-Rack of Rescue Midnight Castle, because technically he's really not that character. He's just called Tirek, and it looks like T-Rack, but yeah, I really like that. But one of the things that irritates me is everybody makes the comparison to Dragon Ball Z, and I don't know, maybe it's because I am aware of Precure, aka Pretty-Cure, and see the resemblance with that more than I do with Dragon Ball Z. I mean, for one thing, if this was Dragon Ball Z, they would have taken half of the series or half of the season just to have that one fight. I mean, I guess most Americans, they've seen Dragon Ball Z and never even heard of Precure, but it's just over and over and over, and like one other person compared it to Precure, and I'm like, yeah, someone else gets it. Oh, and by the way, I have been keeping up with Happiness Charge Precure, and I'm really liking it. I really like that the character designer was the person who worked on Futago Hime. And you can definitely tell it also. Crap, I forget what the name. The more famous series that she's done, which obviously I can't think of right now. It's that famous. Yeah, I like the design. I like the story. I like the characters. I'm not sure if it's quite on the same level as Heartcatch Precure in terms of me liking it, but yeah, I've been liking it so far. And this has been a real hodgepodge of an update, and I just realized I am almost reaching 10 minutes. But yeah, thanks for watching my review series. I have a new laptop. I've been watching Precure. I'll try to do something on Tales, Equestria Girls, and or the finale sometime soon. And yeah, I would really like to be your friend on the Nintendo 3DS, and my friend code is 0130-2037-5404. Thank you for your time. Have a really great day, week, month, however long it is until I see you again. Bye, everybody.